just going to apparently. This is a video game. I thought, yeah, it's like some kind of video game. Don't really have an interest. I guess this is a tabletop game. You know, not my thing. So let's see. Well, she wrote this article, so there's probably something in here that's like, you know, brave and rebellious against the system. So, but I don't really see it. So anyway, I was like, oh, they can't kill us all. That's uh-oh. So now we get the oh. Okay. Now the funny thing with this article is that they bring up all the tropes, you know, they die first in the movie, all that stuff. It's actually not true, right? I showed you that, but it's what the director says here. We had fun making it. We had a lot of you know, black actors, black crewmen. When it comes down to these stereotypes, what's unfortunately fun, I should say, right? is that I live with them. Okay? Some stereotypes are kind of true. Yeah, only this person can say that. Apparently this is a comedy or something, but I don't know. It's kind of like the commercials you have now. All you see. This, I don't know what this was. This is like a photo kind of narrative. That's Kane Hodder. Okay. So, and just to make sure that you don't get triggered, they actually have, look, all accounts are fictional. Okay. The women are all alive as well. So there you go. Ugh. Ew. Yeah, I'm not body positive, I guess. Alright, so once again, this Brooklyn 45 film, it sounds interesting. I think I want to check it out, but there's not really a lot in here, okay, for me to go off of. You know, which the other thing I read of it was that it was about the trauma of, you know, even the good guys in World War II, right? Good guys in quotation marks. So now we got something here. Alright. Not really nothing to say, right? There's a lot of horror and violence going on every day. So, but it's never really addressed correctly because it's not supposed to be. Okay, there's a purpose to this system. But anyway, so all right. So going through here once again, you have a lot of stuff really female oriented. Okay, although you have like, you know, you have your giant shark movies, right? But most of these serious films, once again, there's a female focus on literally all of them. Okay, all right. Well, and we got the Rat Becky. She goes after the right-wing outfit, the noblemen, right? Yeah, that would be cool if she does that and then she finds out that she actually has the feds and she actually is now has done federal offenses. But that wouldn't be a fun one. That wouldn't be a fun fantasy horror because it's too realistic. And look, we got the YouTube shorts, horror shorts. Will I ever get in here? I got a lot of work to do. Some of these are really done well, I won't lie, even if I have no interest in them. But going through. Listen, G. Roland, there's so much to say. The guy was great. So his work, like I said, his later 70s work really impresses me a lot as the years go on. Yeah, so I guess there's nothing controversial here for me to jump on, but I never saw this. Oh look, yo. Yo, outcome reporter, we're going, right? And this guy always annoys me with his very like simplistic, you know, very safe corporate takes on these things. So I'm not even gonna bother. Okay, horror comics, useless. What is this? Oh, let me stay out of that. Yeah, not really any no interesting real books here that I could see. Right? Uh-oh. Yeah, not really any interesting books in here. So, oh, is it Lovecraftian Southern Gothic? Ooh, yeah, but that's you know, we'll see if that's the case. Actually, we won't. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got something here. Infested in story of gentrification. They moved from Texas to the heart of the Bronx in New York City. Yeah, you gentrified it from us. Yeah, I always say with gentrification, you know, all those areas that they move into, that they have the lower real estate thing and the marginalized. Those areas used to be like functional working class, white ethnic neighborhoods. The people got chased away. No one cared then. Oh, I got more editing I gotta do. Right. Right, DFC Sons were here in Toronto, like Dystopia Toronto. You know? And there's a lot you can do with something like this, right? I like how they mentioned those living in Toronto or any North America city in 2023. I mean, I could apply this to fucking Manhattan and New York, right? But it's all like, you know, it's unsettling, you know, the alienation. And what's interesting about this one is like there's a pervasive mold, so it's kind of cool. I like that idea of, you know, and you see the cover here, you have the skyscrapers with the mold spores, right? Of course, they use it. They have these sort of class, power, and labor, right? Which I am for in films. Yes. And these healthcare workers make a discovery and become whistleblowers in a broken system. Well, that just happened. That just happened, and there's like no connection on your part with something that actually fucking happened. You take anyway. The futility and alienation, isolation of cities, and how it takes advantage. Well, this is as old as Gilgamesh, this idea, but the problem is that you gotta work, right? You have to work. Work grinds you down, okay? Yeah, meaningless work, but also the fact that you would like the cities if they just gave you everything you wanted, right? And you were 15 minutes away from everything. Well, that's what they want to do, and you lead the way. I don't think it's that Andrew Sullivan. I think it's a different Andrew Sullivan. So, yeah. I believe the idea of an apocalypse is just selfish. Assuming our end is the end of all things, that's arrogant. It's funny, the person's revealing actually the Christian roots of what he's saying, except they're in his worldview. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. We are part of nature. Our influence is destructive, right? Yeah. There's like I said, there's a lot you could do with this. I mean, I try to do something with this spread, but obviously this is, you know, this is a novel. So, what was that book? There's a book about a high-rise. One of those British authors. He's like a sci-fi writer, but he's kind of like a social writer too. What was it? Ballard or something. Anyway, we got wasps in the ice cream. Right? Set in the 80s, so status was of utmost importance. Thank God it's not now, right? Homophobic slurs, casual insults, yo. You know how many times I've been called faggot in my life? I've also been called another word that begins with a certain letter that you can't mention. I've been called that like 20 times. You'd be surprised. So, anyway. What is this? I think I saw this before. Something, let's see. 608 page novel. Damn, dude. I mean, girl. Oh, whoa. Can't do that now. Sorry. So, that looks cool. Black label cloud, severing limbs and swallowing people whole. That's kind of cool. But let's see. Same old shit. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up. So I'm getting dirty looks, I think. So, yeah, it's just like round it out here with the, what is this? Blackened Hardcore Act. Okay. you don't have to blacken hardcore. Hardcore punk is part of black metal. So anyway, so you got yeah, I always like this electronic music more than the heavy stuff. Right? What is this? That looked cool, but apparently it's a rockabilly. I hate rockabilly. I think I like country music more than rockabilly. Yeah, and still no cover of analog horror. And you'd think they would do that, like even have like maybe they'll do it before the year's up. I mean, these analog horrors get more views than these movies, to be frank. Yeah, one day we'll get here. Then I'll know I've made it. Alright, let's get out of here.